discuss some other issues, and these issues are directly and indirectly related to the service conditions of working journalist and newspaper employee. Apart from this, two cases which are required to be discussed, either the today it will not be possible, because today we will discuss the basic provisions as laid down by the legislature through the legislation. That is, we will complete today 21 sections by analyzing and criticizing all the aspects which are very relevant and the connected with the service conditions of the journalist. And some cases, Indian Express case, two cases, 94 and 95, two cases are also relevant for the purpose of wages as recommended by the board. And thus, we will see tomorrow in detail, as you have seen the Behant Coleman Company case yesterday. In the same manner, tomorrow we will discuss all these two cases of 1994 and 95 of the Indian Express newspaper against the Indian Express newspaper by the journalist and some employees of the newspapers filed the appeal finally, and what was the principles laid down by the Supreme Court relating to the recommendation of the board pertaining to that wages. We will see all these aspects tomorrow, but this is the indication that every student will go through the detailed discussion of these two cases, Indian Express cases. And after this detailed discussion or the study by the student, and with your help, I will discuss all these cases tomorrow. But come to the point today, as I have said already, relating to this aspect, which are apart from the wages, definition of the wages and the journalist definition and their facilities, as you have seen in the Behant Coleman Company. Finally, the Supreme Court has decided that the car allowance and the free telephone calls is the part of the wages, and for the purpose of the gratuity, this will be calculated. And today we will see some other provisions very quickly, because the time is very short, and in only one lecture I will deliver today. Tomorrow it may be the time will be, then we will think over it. And the second chapter, there are the four chapters, as you have seen. The chapter number 2 is divided into the two chapters, chapter 2 and 2a, Roman 2 and 2a, capital A. And this is in this way, indirectly you can say that there are the 5 chapters, but so far the numerical numbers are concerned, there are 4 chapters also. Section 3 related to it is not a big section, but it says that the provisions pertaining to the working journalist, and working journalist, if any matter, as you have seen the section 2g also, that if any words is left where there is no definition, the definition of the ID Act shall be taken into consideration. It means it will apply in the that matters which says that about the that portion of basically of the section 3 of ID Act shall apply. And in the same way, the section 25F relating to the retrenchment, if you have read the labor law, there is the provisions under the ID Act of 1947, the strike, laying out, the lockout, and at the same time other aspects are also there, which are related to these. Why they are sending such type of it creates the problem at the time of delivering the lecture. What can I do if my net will not do? Anyway, it is going to be recorded, that's why this is not proper to say something about it, but there should be the students should be some civic sense about it. Don't disturb at the time of the delivering the lecture. Okay, now then retrenchment provision is also there in ID Act, or in the same way, if there will be any retrenchment, because the the newspapers companies have the power to retrench to the employee, but there are some safeguards, before the retrenchment. Retrench means it excess if there are the employees and they are being removed from the service, then certainly they maybe got some protection, safeguard, and these safeguards are at least to give the notice to them, and so that they may search, the another job, they may search the another job. And a 6 month notice, 3 month notice, time to time it has been amended by the legislature in favor of the working journalist and other employees of the newspaper. This piece of legislation which we are discussing here as the fundamental provisions of the working journalist for their protection and safeguards. This is not against the journalist. All the provisions, if you will see, including the schedule also, the 21 sections are directly and indirectly related to the working journalist, employees of the newspaper, and at the same time these provisions are providing the safeguard and the safety to the working journalist and other employees of the newspaper. It means the whole legislative provisions are in favor of the working journalist or non-working journalist who are working as a employee in the newspaper sector. And retrenchment is said that the section 25F of the ID Act shall be applied in matters of the retrenchment if retrenchment shall be done by the employer of the working journalist and employee and other employees. The 25F says that notice and other procedures it requires to be followed. And section 4 is special for the retrenchment. Retrenchment provision 1 section 3 says the ID Act shall apply. Retrenchment for the retrenchment provisions, the ID Act section 25F shall apply. And especially section 4 says that what shall be the procedure at the time of the retrenchment of the employee or working journalist. It says that 1 month notice it requires to be given, and compensation equal to 15 days wages also. At the time of the retrenchment, the compensation provision is also there, and at least the 1 month notice shall be given to the working journalist and other employees who are working in the newspaper sector. Section 5 says the payment of gratuity. It's a very unique provision, and the gratuity, in which cases the gratuity can be given to those persons who are working in the newspaper sector and as a working journalist or other persons. What are the provision for that? This is the section 5. And 5A is also there, because the gratuity, who will be entitled to get the gratuity if the person will die in the service, if his and her death will be there in at the time when he was a serving employee in the newspaper sector. Therefore section 5 and section 5A. And 5 is payment of gratuity. It says that there are the years, because if a person is completed at least the 3 years service in the newspaper sector as a working journalist or non-working journalist, even if he is entitled to get the gratuity and the service termination by the employee. But there are two grounds. One ground is either the retrenchment made by, retrenchment means excess employees were there and it was given the notice, and some employees has been retrenched from the service. As you can see, at present the COVID-19 pandemic is in in full swim in India, also in global countries, society. But the most of the companies are retrenching their employment either by saying that no, we have no job now, and giving the notice to them because their doors are closed. The company's doors are closed because they have no the input. Input means that there is no income of the company. Therefore, either they are retrenching or they are closing their doors. This is called the lockdown, and lockdown means the lockout and lockdown. And in labor law, you will see the word the lockout means a lock has been given by the employer on the door, and the other employees are not working. Therefore, this is called the lockout. There is a provision. If you will see the ID Act, it's a very unique act for the protection of somehow of the labor, and some liabilities has been fixed by the legislature by providing special provisions under the ID Act. Now come to the quickly on the section 5, which says that there are the service termination by the employer on the ground of indiscipline. Indiscipline, it can be terminated anytime, because the employee, if will violate the code of conduct either in the public sector or in private sector, wherever he will be, and that termination, even if the termination can be done by the employer, there are the provision, because otherwise the how the work will be carried out with the persons who have the various and different kind of the habit also. And then the another is retirement. At the retirement aspect, if the person has been retired from the that newspaper sector, he is entitled to the gratuity. And in the same way, if VRS is there, voluntary retirement services, if the person has been given the notice of 1 month and 3 months as per the provision of particular legislation or rules made there under, then certainly he is entitled, the employee is entitled to get the gratuity. And but at least there should be the 10 years of the service. But in case of the indiscipline that has been done by the employee, then in that matter the aspect is related to the 3-year service, minimum 3-year service. But if a person wants to take the VRS means voluntary retirement, at least there should be 10 years service. Only if he will complete, suppose he has completed the 10 years service, then he will be entitled to get the gratuity. Otherwise, in case of indiscipline and the retrenchment has been made, or the termination has been done by the employer, though at least 3 years service should be there, then he and she shall be entitled to get the gratuity. And then basically of the this retirement provision of now, what money they will get it, there is a formula under section 5 also, and some rules also made on the basis of the section 5 of this service conditions rules of the journalist and non-working journalist and non-working journalist. These are the employee, the 15 days service, if he has completed of 10 years, for example, in 1 year, his matters shall be calculated of the 15 days, 15 days in a year, 15 days in a year of the salary, and completed the 10 year. It means 15 days in a year, and the that is called the 6 month salary. 6 month salary, they are entitled to get it. Sorry, the 15 days, and that will be calculated. If you will calculate it, it will be the 5 month service. And because the that will be the that is 15 into 10, 150, and multiply by 30, and therefore these will be the months. 6 months it will come near about. And the there is a another formula for getting this one above the that 7 years, 3 years percentage is increased or decreased of getting the gratuity. And the gratuity shall be given to the person who was working in the newspaper sector, but suppose he has died and his death was occurred during the service, then in that matters the gratuity shall be paid to the nominee of the employee, ex-employee, who has died in the whose death has occurred in the service, when he was on the service. Now, if he has declared the nominee, section 5A says that that money will go to the nominee. Suppose the nominee has not been declared by him, and then in this case, where the money will be paid, or who are entitled to get the money as gratuity and other claims of the person who has died, whose death has occurred in the on the service. Then certainly the court, suppose the successor, the son, daughter, and all these, they are minor, and wife is not there, then personally the guardian shall be appointed by the court. There is a procedure, because this procedure is applied in Guardianship Maintenance Act, if you will see, and all these other laws are also there. And it says that the payment shall be given to the retired person, or to the person who has been terminated from the service, or a person who has taken the voluntary retirement, or if she and he has died during his death occurred during the service, then the payment shall be made to the nominee. And if there is no nominee, then the successor will be entitled according to the Succession Act. And if suppose the successor is minor, then court will declare the guardian of the minor, and lay down certain conditions also, that is there. Section 6, which is related to the hours of working, how many hours will be worked by the working journalist and other employees. And it says that the in a week, in the 4 weeks, sorry, in the 4 week, there is a month of 4 week normally. In the 4 weeks, 144 hours working he will do. In 1 month, normally the working journalist and the other employees of the newspaper sector will perform the duty of the 144 hours total, 30 days. But in that 4 holidays will be there, in between 4 holidays will be there. And at least if you will calculate the 6 hours per day, 6 hours per day working time is there. And the in between the excluding of the time for meals also, they are entitled to get the time for meals in between the work. And the 6 hours, and that is the excluding time. It means 6 hours continuously, in between there will be one interval, and that during that interval they are entitled to get their meals. And the 7 days, 24 after the 20 in one day, means 6 hours, 24 hours rest is required. After the 6 hours duty, every working journalist and a non-employee who are working in the newspaper sector, they are entitled to get the 24 hours rest. 6 hours working, 24 hours rest. And how this 24 hours shall be calculated? It shall be calculated because of the one night, and then remaining time of the day. Remaining time of the day and night starts from which time? As I have said earlier various times, for that purpose also section 6 of the this 1955 act also says that the night starts from the 10 p.m. at the after that at night, and goes up to the 6 a.m. next day. And when the day change, from the 12 midnight, a day had changed. Therefore week means 7 days. There are these are the words also, if you will see they study the labor law. And there are the hours of working, days in a particular week, definition of night, and at the same time the definition of the month, and the hours, calculation of hours in a month, and the rest after the certain time of the work, and in between the entitled to get the meals. These are the, because there is a history of the labor law, and the earlier these facilities were not available, but the worldwide history is there. I'm not entering into that part because it will take time. Then section 7 says about the leave. What kind of leaves they can avail. and what leaves they will be given by the employer as per the rules. This is the section 7. The holiday, casual leave, other kind of leaves. Casual leave they are entitled, holidays they are entitled, and whatever holidays means whatever is that declared by the state government in the official gazette. Negotiable instruments is also there. Of you have been seen 1888, some leaves are there, and at the same time the holidays they are entitled to get it, and casual leave they are entitled to get it, and other kind of leaves as prescribed, and they are entitled. Number one, the earned leave on full wages. Earned leaves on full wages they are entitled to get it. What is the ratio of the earned leave? That is also the point. That they are earned leave 1/11 of the period spent on the duty. 1/11. It means if a person has completed the 11 days duty, so he is entitled to get one earned leave. One earned leave, that he has earned the leave because he has completed the 11 days, and it will be calculated according to that. And in a month there are 30 days, and it means normally it is 2.5 day leave has due. This is called the earned leave. There is a system of getting the earned leave. For earned leave, it requires to complete first of all the days in the working, and this calculation, if he will calculate the 2.5 days in a month if he has worked, but in between suppose he was in medical, so that will not be calculated because he has not performed the duty, he has not done the duty. And in the same way, he is entitled to get the medical leave. The employee of the working of this newspaper sectors are also entitled to get the medical leave, but the calculation is also there for the medical leave. It means if a person had medical shall be produced the medical certificate as per the provision of the other rules, other provision of other law, means the medical registered practitioner has certified it. There are days also, if he is in medical in continuously 3 months, then medical board and all these aspects are there. There is another law, but a employee is entitled to get the medical in case of he is producing the medical certificate. He is not well, he is sick, he is facing some problem. If he is facing some problem, but physically, mentally, whatever is there, but the medical leaves shall be given to him, to the employee. But what is the calculation? Calculation is 1/18, and for the early leave there was 1/11. Here is 1/18. 18 days, if he has completed, 1 day medical leave has been due, but that medical leave of 1 day is half pay. If it is half pay, suppose he has completed the 20, that is the, if you will calculate, this is called the 10, 20 or that 36 days. If he has completed the 36, the medical leave has been 2 days due, and 2 days half pay. It means 1 day full pay. 1 day, 36 days, that working days he has completed as a worker in the service, then he is entitled to get the 2 half days pay as a medical leave, but the full day leave is 1 day. And that is the, if 18 years of service, then certainly his leaves will be completed of 1 year, but half pay of 1 year, it means 6 months pay. He can get the full pay, and the 6-month pay that shall be basically of the that leave he can get it. That is the provision under section 7. Early leave, casual leave, holidays, weekly, and then medical leave. The employee is entitled to get all these leaves. Or basically, if we will see this legislation, is the legislation which is applied on the workers, and therefore, but it is a separate legislation, and separate, it gives the nature of the working journalist, and others are the totally different from the other workmen. That's why these are not called the workmen. They are called the working journalist and the employees of the newspaper sector. But for that purpose, there is the labor code is the same, procedure more or less is the same, and some other conditions are the same. Retrenchment is the 25F of ID Act applied on the working journalist also. So then in this way, this is the aspect. Section 8, fixation or revision of rates of wages. How it shall be fixation. Center government have power to fix their wages, because revision, it requires the pay scale. Normally you might be seen that after the 10 years there is the provision to send the matter to the commission, and commission always recommends that what should be deleted and what should be increased and what should be merged, the allowances, all these things. Therefore, in the same way, for working journalists and other employees of the newspaper sector, the section 8, fixation of the revision rates, it is the power of the central government, not state government. And then the revision, for that purpose, central government shall constitute one board under section 9. And who will be the member in that board? For the journalist, for the working journalist, it is a separate board, and for non-working journalist, there is separate provision for that. But see here, section 9, which says that, and when we were discussing the section 2A, there was the definition of board, and it has written the board means as prescribed under section 9. That was there. Now the section 9 is before you, and to constitute the board for the fixing, revision, alteration, amendment of the wages of the working journalist. Working journalist, 9 is related to the working only. Other employees is the separate part. So who will be there? 3 persons representing employers in relation to the newspaper established. 3 persons who will be nominated by the employer, means the owner of the newspaper, and the 3 persons the representative of the working journalist. 3 persons nominated, 3 persons shall be nominated by the employer, and 3 persons shall be nominated by the working journalist from their membership, from their community. They will be the working journalist, and the 4 independent persons who will be there, and one of them independence, no relationship with the employer and no relationship with the working journalist, and they will be the basically of the one of them. One of them indication has been, I have received, very difficult for me. Now the point is that working that the point is related to the 4 independent person, and one of them will be either the judge of the High Court and the judge of the Supreme Court at present, or has been the judge, and he and she will be the chairman of the board. The recommendation will go, section 10 says that the recommendation will go to the center government, and center government will the apply or implementation duty of the center government is there after receiving the recommendation from the board, but that shall be notified in the official gazette, and one word is written under that section 10, that as deemed fit, but that report shall be published, and there are limited chances to alter. What alter means to change, as the recommendation was given by that board, wages board. No changes central government will not be done. And in this section 10, you will see two cases we will discuss the tomorrow. These are the Indian Express Newspaper Private Limited 1994 case, and judgment today reference was given there, and that is the 269. And another is the same name Indian Express case also, and that is the 1995 cases. What has been the principle laid down relating to the recommendation which was given by the board of the wages as fixed and revised by the board to the central government, whether central government is change it or central government is amend it, or central government can after modify notify it. So there is a issue, and that was challenged, and we will see that these two cases 94 95 tomorrow. Now, power and procedure. What the powers and procedure of the court? The board have the same power as prescribed under the ID Act 1947. Any person interested in the matter can seek any document from the board and furnish the to it, and for the at the time of fixing, if the parties are interested, they can submit any document, they can inspect any document, and they can seek any document. A vacancy in the board shall not affect, because you have seen three persons from the employer side, three persons from working journalist side, four persons independent, and among them one is the independent as either the judge of the High Court and Supreme Court as a chairman of this board. If any vacancy is there, so it will not affect the proceeding of the board. That is the point. Section 12 relating to the power of central government to enforce the recommendation of the wage board. There are the four clauses, and you see that or these implementation duty is the duty of the central government, because today I will not take much time. Another meeting will start from the 11. And that is section 13. Working journalist entitled to wages as not less than the specified in the order. In the order means the central government's order, they are entitled. It is a common provision. And 31, power of the government to fix the interim. Suppose the board has not recommended, and the board is not there, and the matter has not been recommended to the board, then interim in between the report of the, or it has been linger on, and suppose that was not given the recommendation up to the 2 year, 3 year, then the working journalists are entitled to get the interim wages, but that shall be fixed by the central government as prescribed under the section 13A of the Act 13A. Now there is one provision under section 13AA capital A to constitute the tribunal for the fixing and revising the rate. If there will be any revision, fixing, and other disputes, there is also the one tribunal, and the chairman of that tribunal shall be either the retired judge of High Court, Supreme Court, same way is there, or the working the serving judges. And there is the provision of the wages in respect of the journal. In case of board constituted under section 9, central government constitute the tribunal for shall consent to the person, because the board has recommended something and the central government is not agreed to give these wages, then the matter will go to the tribunal, and the tribunal shall decide that matters. And in that matters, that chairman will be the either the retired judge of the High Court, Supreme Court, or the working judge of the Supreme Court as appointed by the central government. And then chapter 2nd A, we say that the wages fixation, revision of non-journal, that 9 is working journalist, and 13 B is related to non-working journalist. Same board shall be appointed by the central government for non-working journalist, means other employees. And the central government in that matter, 3 person of nominee, and these are, but working journalist nominee shall not be there. Only the nominee of the other employees will be there, and the other independent persons who will be there. For the same way is there. but only difference is that three persons were there of the nominee of the working journalist, but here three persons shall be nominee of the other employee. Other employee means except the working journalist. And 13D says that the section 10 to 13A shall apply in reference to the 11.3. And 13 double D, which is constitution of the tribunal, means the procedure shall be applied as the procedure prescribed by the legislatures for the working journalist wage board. The same procedure shall apply here also for those persons who are not working journalists, and the tribunal, as you have seen, their constitution has been given under the 13D. Now the chapter 3rd, which is related to this aspect, 2.5 minutes is also there, which is section 14 and 15. Both are equal, because what it says that for the provident fund, one side you have seen the gratuity, another points you have seen the wages, third is the provident fund. It may be PPF, it may be GPF. 1952 Act is there. These are very, very useful legislation for practicing in the service matter. Please, for practicing, Sudhir Kumar ji, these are very essential. Again, Sudhir Kumar ji is coming and going, and these are very essential matters for the service class. And if a person want to practice in the before the tribunal, and he and she should have the command over the labor law and service rules, and this is one of the area of the service rules of every department, and more or less the rules are the same, but some changes are there according to the nature of their work. Therefore, the 1950 Act, Section 15 says that 52 Act shall apply here, which is related to the Provident Fund. And one is 1947, that Industrial Employee Standing Orders 1947 Act shall apply in the matters of the working journalist and non-working journalist. This will apply. And then the last chapter is related to the miscellaneous. And what are the miscellaneous provisions? As I have already discussed in first semester, the provisions which has not been covered in the main body of the legislation, the another portion will come as a combined provisions of law. Combined, the nature will be the different. Second chapter, you have seen all the sections are same nature. Section second A, you have seen the 14 and 15 have the same nature, but here this matter you can see that under the miscellaneous have no same nature. Therefore, the section effect of the laws agreement inconsistent. If any law is inconsistent of this 1955 law, that will not apply. But this have the override effect on the other laws also. And 17, recovery